All right, we have a request for how to graph an equation. And one thing you need to know is that the formula for an equation is y equals mx plus b. Our m is our slope, or how steep something is. And one way we measure slope is by a rate of change, and that's the change of the y over change of x. So if we look at our table, we have x values and y values. Our change of y is the difference between one y value to the next. So from 2 to 4 is 2, and the change in the x value is the difference from one value to the next. 1 to 2 is 1. So you would write that as a fraction as 2 over 1. So it means we go up 2 spaces over 1. Up 2 over 1. So change of y is always going up or down on the y-axis, and our change of x is we're moving side to side, okay? And our b is located, known as our y-intercept. And the y-intercept just means when our line crosses through our y-axis, when our line meets the y-axis, all right? So let's look at our first equation, y equals 2x. You notice that we don't have a y-intercept. So if you don't have a y-intercept, it's automatically going to be 0. So let's look at our equation. Y equals 2x. So no y-intercept means we start at 0. All right, now following our slope, we have 2, not written as a fraction of change of y over change of x. So how do we write the whole number 2 as a fraction? Well, we write it as 2 over 1. So what this means is that we go up 2 places, 1, 2, over 1. Up 2, over 1. Up 2, over 1. Okay, and this is how you would graph our first equation. If I just sketch this line as straight as possible, we could see that from one point to the next point, it should have our change of y over change of x as 2 to 1. Well, let's see. Up 4 to 5 to 6. Let's see, from 4 to 6 is 2. From 2 to 3 is 1. 2 to 1. All right? And make sure you always label your line, just like that. All right, let's look at our next equation. Y equals 2 over 3x plus 1. Now, this looks a little scary because it's a fraction, but it's really not. You just have to remember that 2 over 3 means you're going up 2 and over 3. All right? And what does this 1 mean? Well, this 1 means that we're starting on our y-axis at 1. That's our y-intercept. And now we follow our rule. Up 2, 1, 2, over 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go again. Up 2, 1, 2, over 3. 1, 2, 3. If I sketch this line straight as possible, from one point to the next should have a slope or a change of y of 2. Let's see, we're at 3, we have to go to 5. So we're going up 2 places, and we should be going over 3. Well, let's see, from 3 all the way to 6 is 3. There's our slope, 2 over 3x. Our y-intercept is 1 plus 1. Okay? Let's look at our last example. Y equals 0.5x plus 2. Well, if you see something like this, you automatically have to notice that your slope needs to be written as a fraction. This is as a decimal. So how do I write 0.5 as a fraction? Well, 0.5 is also known as 5/10 or 1/2. So I can rewrite this equation as y equals 1/2 x plus 2. All right, take a second, pause the video, and practice this. Okay, after you practice this, you should notice that our y-intercept is 2, which means we're going to start on our y-axis at the value 2 right here. That's where we're starting, because that's where our line's going to cross the y-axis. And we're going to follow our rule of up 1 over 2. All right, so here we go. Up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. And it's a consistent staircase motion. Up 1 over 2. So, again, sorry, it's not straight, but if you follow this rule, you should have a slope of up 1 and over 2. Let's see, we're starting at 2, we go up 1 over 2. All right, same thing, up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. And that's how you graph your equations.